Ci troviamo al primo Created By di RomaFictionFest. Dentro stanno proiettando Being Human di Toby Whithouse. You are a special guest of RomaFictionFest. Do you think it's important for all screenwriters all over the world to get in touch?
When I was starting out as a writer, I didn't know that things like this existed. And I'd love to have gone to these things and ask advice and that kind of, because I never really had the opportunity. And so I think also the other thing is because the life of a writer is so isolated, that it's incredibly valuable and comforting to know that there are other people in exactly, having the same struggles. So I think it's good that for writers to generate some kind of community.
Noi siamo vostri.
With Being Human, you won a Writers Guild Award for Best TV Series. So do supernatural and horror work for TV?
According to the Writers Guild, yeah. No, I was really surprised and amazed that to get that award. In the UK, things have really changed in terms of sci-fi and fantasy shows over the last 6 years. About 6 years ago, Doctor Who came back onto British television and was a huge success, and that changed everything. For somebody like me who grew up reading comics and watching science fiction and horror films, it's fantastic. It's because these are the shows I've always wanted to write, so I'm really pleased that suddenly there's an audience for them.
When you write your stories and series, do you think to a global audience, or do you think that local still works?
I think it would be slightly arrogant to believe that it was going to reach a global audience. In a way, I think you have to write for yourself, because that will give it a much more honest, a much stronger voice, a much more individual voice. If you try and please everyone, you end up pleasing no one.
Which are positive and negative aspects of writing specifically for TV?
I don't know about TV specifically, but in terms of writing, I would say that the good thing, as I said, is the power, is the being able to create anything you want, any world you want, any character you want. I find that thrilling and addictive. I would say the bad side is the isolation, and I start work at 8:30 a.m, finish at about 6 o'clock in the evening, and I can have gone for the whole day without having spoken to anyone. Come to RomaFictionFest.